Yeah, we got a nice Gamorrean guard here. Paint looks pretty good. I didn't have this figure when I was a kid, but I actually have two of them, and I like them. I wish I did have it when I was a kid. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool looking. And I'll just give you another look at the Bespin Luke there. The lighting's a little bit better. That's the one that has a screw in the neck. His head was broken, and I replaced his head. I basically cut the head off a screw. I put it in his neck, and that's what keeps his head on. Other than that, perfect figure. And I'll give you another look at the Hoth Luke in Hoth gear. Okay, let's see what else we got here. Believe his name is Ree-Yeez from Return of the Jedi. When a job is minions or bounty hunters, or it was a pretty cool looking figure. There's a little bit of the black missing off his eyes, but hey, still a good figure, still good for display. Emperor's Royal Guard, 1983. All his soft goods look real good. Color looks good. It's an absolutely awesome figure. I love this figure. Old R2-D2. Looks like he's seen some better days, though. His sticker's kind of worn out. I was thinking about getting a better sticker for him, but there's a little bit of the old sticker left. I thought it was a nice look for him. There is a difference between the new stickers, or the replacement stickers, than the ones that actually came from the factory. I prefer the ones that actually came from the factory. I notice a difference with them. And I like them better if I can keep it intact for as long as I can. You know, it displays better for me. His head looks pretty good. The clicker inside is broken. As you can see, like when I turn his head, he doesn't click anymore. But, you know, his body's good. His paint's good on the side. I'll show you in there. There's a little screw in there that keeps his head on and everything. His head's a little bit loose here, as you can see, because the clicker is missing. Here's one I did put a new sticker on. He had nothing left. Cleaned him up. He had nothing left, and on his sticker. So I cleaned him up. I put a Repro sticker on him. The only thing is, when I cleaned him up, some of his chrome came off of his neck there. Good results. I did like how it came out. I think I ended up paying like $1 for the figure and like $2 for the sticker. So it's pretty cool. R5-D4. And of course, you guys know this is R2. So, Stormtrooper, a very dirty Stormtrooper, from 1977. Got to clean him up a bit. Paint's good on him though. Legs are a little bit loose, but I've seen a lot worse. So, I have one that was in really, really bad shape here. This one, I still got his stand attached to him. I'll show you here in a second. This guy, man, when I got him, he was in terrible shape. He was colored all black with a pen. I had to clean that off of him. His limbs were so loose that he could not stand. If you turned him on his belly, all his limbs would fall forward. So basically, what I have in here is like Teflon tape inside, like his leg joints and his arm joints to keep his joints stiff. And I just cleaned him up a little bit as best as I can, and just maybe displays as a sand trooper, a little bit dirty, sand trooper or something like that. Got him for free, just cleaned him up, and he displays well. I believe this is Teebo, or the Ewoks. He's got his headpiece on him. And I'm going to start putting these over here like this, if they'll stay. And I got a couple more Ewoks here. I got, I believe he's Chief Chirpa. He's got his little headgear on, and wasn't really fond of the Ewoks. I didn't have any when I was a kid. I did actually get these as part of a lot that I bought, and I wanted to try to get a complete set of vintage figures. I'm still working on that, and these are part of the vintage collection, so hey, might as well keep them. Let's see, I'll find that. Got that other Gamorrean guard here, number 2. Now, those are cool. That goes good with my Jabba the Hutt. So I like how these are sculpted. These are cool. Then this is, I believe his name is Logray. I don't have the headpiece for him, but I do have the side pack or the side satchel or whatever it's called. He's in pretty good shape. Just missing the headpiece, and I think he's got like a stick or something. But yeah, I'll put him over here for now. Another Klaatu. Looks in pretty good shape. His kilt or skirt or whatever he's wearing, the fur's starting to come out of it. But it still displays well. It's Klaatu from Return of the Jedi. Another fun fact about this character in Return of the Jedi is Billy D. Williams, who played Lando Calrissian. His son is actually in the Klaatu outfit. He was in Return of the Jedi. He played Klaatu. So just a little fun fact there for you. And we'll put him down over here. And speaking of the man, we have Lando Calrissian, and I do have his cape, and I have a nice Bespin blaster with him. I actually found the cape separate. Found the cape on, I think it was a Star Trek figure, because somebody put it on a Star Trek figure. So I sold the Star Trek figure and kept the cape, and found a Lando that came with his gun, and I put the cape on him, and now I have a complete Lando. So that is an original weapon. That's with him. Cape is original, vintage original. And there's my kitty in the corner there. This is Milo. Jedi Luke. Don't have any weapons for him or a cape or anything. His face, that's typical of this figure. A lot of the face likes to wear, the paint likes to wear off the face. But hey, I'm still happy. It's a vintage figure. Maybe eventually I get a better one, or maybe get some paint to touch them up. I don't know. So that's my Return of the Jedi Luke. A vintage blaster. I believe this one goes with IG-88. There's a vintage blaster. Original Luke Skywalker, 1977. I believe this is a Taiwan Luke Skywalker. A little bit of pink showing on him. They're not too bad shape for 77. I don't have his lightsaber. It looks like he has a little bit of chewing wear on him, but not too bad. Very nice figure. Love this figure. Brings back so many memories of my childhood. 1977, A New Hope, Luke Skywalker, Fun Boy Luke Skywalker. I love this figure. And here we go. You can call him whoever you want. You can call him Foil OM, or you could call him Zuckuss, because it was a mistake. Originally, they used to call him Zuckuss, but then they found out it was a mistake. Something to do with droids can only have numbers or something like that, so they made a mistake. So his name is now 4LOM, but I knew him as Zuckuss back in the day. So yeah, you call him what you want. Either or, they're all good. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh, we got a Han Solo, big head Han Solo. I have to admit, I do like the small head version better, but he's still cool. Hey, it's Han Solo, the man who shot first. Got a little bit of like pink on his face I wasn't able to get off, and he's got like some pink on his sleeve. Now I have no idea how that got there or where it came from, but if anyone knows a way how to get this pink off, please let me know in the comments. But there's big head Han Solo. This guy here, FX7, is missing his little arm there in the front. You'll know him as the droid that puts that thing when Luke Skywalker's in the Bacta tank, and he puts this thing against the Bacta tank, and Luke regains consciousness. This was the droid that performed that task. I believe his name is FX7. And we'll just put him over here like this. Let's see, what else? Bespin Han. Love Bespin Han. One of my favorite figures. Love Bespin Han, man. He's pretty cool. Arms a little bit loose. I'll show you there. Yeah, see. But he does hold it up. I mean, he's still a good figure. Paint don't look too bad. Gotta say, this is my favorite Han Solo. So there's Bespin Han. The man who shot first. X-Wing pilot Luke Skywalker, sorry. Yeah, his little symbols on his helmet are fading. Limbs are pretty tight. Paint don't look too bad. A little bit on the feet. You know, looks like it could be touched up or whatever. It's a cool figure. It's a Rebel pilot. So you have more than one of these, and you know, make them a Rebel. You know, you can have multiples of these and have them be your Rebel pilots. So that's what's pretty cool about this figure. So let's see. There we go. We got Chewbacca. It's Chewie. It's Chewie. Chewie. We're home. Had to do that, man. Had to do that. Cannot wait for Force Awakens to come out. But here's my Chewbacca. He's missing some paint on his bandolier a little bit. You know, he's got a little bit of wear on him. I think some kid had a field day. Is chewing on his leg a little bit there. But he displays well. And got a lot of love for Chewie. So, there's my Chewbacca. I'll just put him off to the side here. And there's my figure stands in there. Got a couple more figures to show you. Another figure you can get multiples of, which then they're cool, is the TIE Fighter pilot. You know, he's a little dark here. I'll try to get some light on him for you. If the lighting, if you guys are seeing him good. TIE Fighter pilot. I really think this is the best version of the TIE Fighter pilot. But that's just me. You know, I love vintage figures. I love the modern figures too as well. But I prefer this version of the TIE Fighter pilot. Yeah, we'll put him back here. And last but not least, we have Hammerhead. I don't remember his actual name. They actually had a name for him. I think it's Moma Nathan or something like that. I don't know the exact name. But I know they actually made a name for him besides Hammerhead. This is a cool figure. You know, put together a cantina, diorama or something. You know, you get Greedo and Snaggletooth and this guy, and then you get the blue Snaggletooth and Walrus Man. Yeah, there we go. Walrus Man. All right. Well, this is my Star Wars vintage collection. Just wanted to show that to you. And thank you very much. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.